you now to really return this back to that consistent square-faced and centre-faced strike at impact. Yeah, so that's really, really key. All right. So well, let's have a, if you take that back, I want to show you your ball roll. Your eye over magic now.
Honestly, I'm real.
Okay, so that's you.
Look at that. They don't even really tell me the trade of that
So you see, as a result, so you kind of saw how that balance and that movement happens. And therefore now obviously the sort of the ripple effect, or the end of the ripple effect, will be your putt ahead. So you're now trying to maintain this path. So you can kind of see how you want to impart this hook spin on the ball. A little bit of launch. See how the ball just kind of pops up a little bit. Doesn't get that nice kind of flat skid and then roll. So again, it's always going to be that little inconsistency, which again for your level, no, we could do without. Okay. So there you can see your contact as you come into the ball. Gets a little high, as you can see. Now you can see instantly, see how it gets sort of knocked into the ground and then it just now takes off a little bit. So you can see how the ball is kind of like bounced and launched into the ground. And now you can see how it hits the ground, it kind of then bounces forward. Right? So again, any time, imagine the flat surface. So as we said before, you're putting into the upslope, that ball is bouncing this way, you're going to be consistently struggling with your pace, is going to be short. Obviously going on the downslope, it's going to be long. And then you factor in break, so right to left now, your tendency is going to be to miss low, because it deflects. And if you have a right to left putt, but going uphill, it's really going to deflect, it's going to go short and very much low side. So it's going to be very difficult to start the ball and keep the ball on line. That's the key. So one thing is you read, but then to, you know, it's probably going to mess with your mind because you think, well, I've really read it, you know, X right to left, like a 3 break right to left. I've really got my ball lined up nicely, but yeah, I'm always seeing my ball finish on the low side. Yeah? So it kind of exasperates the problem mentally. All right. So again, let's just go back to you know, what we said earlier. Let's just get your upper body back on the screen. Big face on. So a good little image for you would be this guy. Got him before. Okay. So again, just watch the sort of the stillness and the stability of a jumping video. Like this one's a better example for you. Whilst the video moves around a little bit, you'll see just how stable his body is. There's a drill mode. No zero movement here whatsoever, like zero. So again, if we get you on body track, which we'll do in a minute, we'll detect any front to back, any side to side, any forward to back, and then certainly this movement here will be now picked up on how your feet now work. Okay, so. And then obviously we know with you, that big back up move. Right, so you can see how you hit it on the top. Good, all right, let's get you set up here. Let's get a bit of live feedback. Yep. Right. So you can probably see yourself up here on the big screen already. So ideally we want to be looking to maintain that 50-50 from side to side and like a 50-50 look from front to back. Okay, Okay, so there's no lateral shift, there's no frontal shift. Okay, so get yourself in your posture. Okay, so you'll probably feel how you're a little bit now more on the balls of the feet. Set up.
Ask your sister. She doesn't have breakfast.
Yep, good. Okay, alright, so let's see what we've got. Right, so that's more like, it says 50-50 pretty much in each section. Alright, so what we're going to try to do now, let's try and keep that relationship happening, but now with you just keeping that centeredness when you move. Alright. If you want to, you can look at the screen as like a reference. I know it's like off slightly at an angle. Okay, but let's try to kind of sense that sort of centeredness. So still a little bit of a back there. Right, we need to look forward and see where there's some blue writing on the whiteboard there. Can you see that? Or you fix your eyes on that for me. Yeah. So look forward. Right, now you're going to kind of really fix your sort of centeredness around that. Right. Good. Get the rotation from here. So against your mid-spine, that's really creating the rotation. Here you feel this now very stable. Again, these are firing out a little bit. These are activated. These feel very stabilized. Really rotate. A little bit moving, right? That's it. So you're going to find this is a very refined skill. Right? This is something you really got to invest some time into every day. Get the mirror, with or without a putter, it doesn't really matter. Now just having that awareness of how you now spreading and torquing your feet into the ground. Knees will now fire out a little bit. These guys engage, so you now get a sense of stability whilst having that ability to rotate here in the centre. Okay. So let's do one of those. Let's catch you. Let's see how much moving. If you've got a ball, you can actually putt it. Show wheel. Yeah, you can go anytime you want to. So good setup. You get in a good position there. Don't move there. Just get this guy over there, over here. So just get it more vertical. Okay. Don't move there. So it's the centre of the body, ball position. Ball position will basically be now under your left eye. Yeah. So if you can think under your nose would be your sternum, center of your body, hands, vertical shaft line, putter head. Yeah. Okay. And then obviously now the ball is just to the left of that. So get this reference correct first, and then you've got your ball position sorted. Okay. Try not to see how you're a little bit low and tilted, twisted this way. Yeah. Good. So you really feel how straight this is here. Yeah. This is where you need to get this guy fixed up. Yeah, you can really feel that. That is wanting to push your spine a little bit off at an angle. So a subtle bit of scoliosis there. Very subtle. Right, that's something you need to get addressed. That needs to be broken down and allow your spine to grow straight. Okay.
Luke, have you done three?
You need to have a bit of quality schmerzen. Right. That's it. Right, okay. Anytime you want, you can go ahead. Hands a little more forward now. Forward, touch. There you go, straight down. Okay, go ahead. like it? Alright, let's have a little look here. So we're going to go upper body. So reference your head here. That's a bad line. I'm going to give you more centeredness. Okay, so there's your head. That's what we talked about. Sternum. Let's get that freezing mouse.
I have one
Hands. Centered.
Oh, yeah.
Other head. Right, so you can see you're going to try to match these guys up. You see how your tendency is still you want to get a little bit back this way. Yeah, so there's still a slight sort of angling back. So again, understanding when this is tall, how straight it is. Then you're going to go down in your posture, you're going to maintain that rather than this sort of slight twisting position you get. And then from there, hands are going to go directly below. Now you've got a more matched up position. Okay. So we'll get rid of that little bit of sharply.
What club's going to go like this? what club, Joey?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, so the idea now is distance doesn't matter. And when you play with
Okay.
you're just going to try
Right, so balance numbers side to side pretty good. That's your right foot, that's perfect. Okay, the left foot, you can see on the toe, it gets a little bit pressed down there, so it gets a little bit weighted this way. So I'm going to gear him back, get him more 50-50, match it up to him, side to side, you're good. So that's a big tip. Okay.